Oh, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to a whole new series. And what are we doing? Well, this instruction booklet on my desk is a hint. We're doing something a little different than I normally do. We're going to be building the 1/350 scale Tirpitz German battleship by Tamiya. This will be my first battleship build other than the space battleship Yamato. This is a real one. Well, it's a real ship. You know what I mean. Anyway, here's the box. Here's the box. Big honking box. I'm gonna go back in the camera. Woohoo! There you go. There's the box. Yeah, she's gonna be a big baby. So, I've obviously already opened the box, pulled out the instruction manual. I'm now going to turn this around so I can read it. What else have I done? Well, I opened up the box. There's not a lot of bags in the box. There's not much to it. They've molded the hull in one piece for me, which is kind of nice. And this is it here, and this is the size. That's what she's going to be. And of course, they've if you wanted to make this into a motorized boat, well, Tamiya's gone ahead and put in a little cup there for you. I'm going to assume they make a kit to do it. We actually have a couple of holes in the back of the hull here for your props. So yeah, if you wanted to do it, you could. That's not my thing though. I'm not doing that on this guy. This was done, like I mentioned to Nico on my Instagram. Friend of a friend wanted one of these to put on his mantle, and so that's what I'm doing this for. I'm not bored of building airplanes by any stretch. I still got a couple there. I got some Gundams to build too, so I'm in the works. But next is this guy. So what do we do first? Well, I decided we need more detail than what normally comes in the kit. We want this thing to look nice. I'm getting paid for this particular one, so I want this to be a good, nice kit for him. So I want this to be something that he's proud to show on his mantle, and there's not too much to do on this. I mean, especially with the hull already done, it's just a matter of assembling all the little anti-aircraft guns and things and putting it all together, and that's about it. And then you paint it up, and that's it. So as you can see now, that's the back of the book. There's only a total of 12 pages to this instruction manual, and that's it. So there's not a whole lot. So what did I do? I went and got some photo etch. This particular kit here by Edward. It comes with 4 sprues of photo etch pieces. As you can see, I've already taken one of the decks off, which is right here. So here's one of the decks right there. I've already folded the railings up on the sides, so that's going to be ready to go on. And what's kind of cool about this is it's actually textured. It's really nice. So you can feel the texture of the wood panels details on there. So this is a really nice kit. That being said, there's a lot of stuff to assemble on here, way more than I'm going to. I really just wanted to do the railings and the decks on there, because the decks in the kit, from what I've been able to see, there's not a lot of stuff online that shows you the actual detailed assembly of this kit. Although this ship is the sister ship to the Bismarck, so maybe if I searched for Bismarck builds, I might be able to find something like that. But for the Tirpitz, there's a couple of guys put up videos of them building it, but they don't actually show them building the ship. It's like, oh hey, look what I've done so far, here's a completed part. And oh, here's, now the thing is 3/4 done. Look what I've done. Look how it looks. And that's it. And it's like, oh yeah, you're not really helping me at all, buddy. So I'm sorry. No criticism to them. That's what they do, and that's how they're doing it. But it looks like we're going to be building. I could do the crane. Crane looks like it's going to be, or cranes. Looks like it would be a lot of detail there. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff on these. A lot. And but yeah, lots of detail, like on this part of the deck here. It looks pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool when it's all done and assembled. There's the other tree. You've got lots of railings. And then the fourth tree is right here, because I was already taking a look at a couple of things and seeing how to assemble and how they would look. I will show you here. This delicate little guy here. Little anti-aircraft gun. See if I can get my camera to focus and look at this here. Just the amount of little detail on this guy. I can't focus on it right now, so screw it. Anyway, I built one of these, and that's the only one I'm going to build. It's too intricate for me. I'm not interested in building tiny little parts like this that take me half an hour to do, and they want me to do 10 of them. That's not my thing. I'm not doing those. So, that's the photo etching. And I don't really want to bore you guys with me trying to get all this photo etching done. So, I'm not really going to show you guys a lot of the photo etching. Yeah, things like the railings and stuff, sure, I'll do that on my video. But if we dig into this a little bit and see what our first things are that they want us to do, we can fold our manual up here. We've got the photo etching pages. We've got 3 sheets for the instructions on the photo etching, and they are double-sided. So I can spend probably twice the amount of time assembling the photo etch parts as the actual kit, if I wanted to go that far. But I just wanted to add some detail. Some is good. Everything is too much. I'm not trying to make a museum piece here, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be that realistic. So, let's get into our sprues. Like I said, there's not a lot of sprues. Here's the whole kit right there. There's not a super huge amount, which is nice. Which means it's not going to be too complicated. I don't have to go too crazy on it, right? It's going to be nice. But I already know, based on the first pictures I saw, I'm probably going to be needing these right away. So I'll leave that out. Now you see, like, things like this part of the deck, there's no detail on here at all. And I'm pretty sure there's a photo etched part that's going to go along here and add some detail to that. So that's a good thing, to add some detail to stuff that you're going to see, right? Instead of just flat plastic. So it's things like that. That's what the photo etch is good for. And so that kind of stuff I'm definitely going to be applying. And you know, just things like that. So let's open up this one, see what we got in here. More deck parts, right? There's that, these pieces here, these are all going to get some photo etch treatment. Nice little Tirpitz thing for the stand, which again, I think the very first thing they want me to build is the stand, so I'll leave this out. And here we have the what do they call it? Is it called exhaust? These two obviously going to go together with this on top. So I think I'm going to drill out the holes and actually make this thing hollow like it's supposed to. And that will add some detail rather than seeing the cover, because that's nothing. And I'll paint the inside of all this black so that you can't see in there. So when you do actually look down in there, all you see is black like you're supposed to. Yeah, so another deck, another little pod there. Here's another one, again, no detail at all. For all I know, this could be something goes on top and you never actually see this. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, there's that one. Here we've got our main center piece here. We do have some deck detail here, all the way along here. You can see the wood grain, well, not wood grain, but the lines for the wood all along here. But I also know there's photo etch parts that go on here. So whether or not I got to sand down or file down these details, I don't know. There might be holes in the photo etch for it to go down over those. So we'll see as we go. Same with things like this. I know there's a photo etch part that goes on here, which actually might be this right here. This piece right here, actually. It's going to go right here. Just like that. That's how it's going to sit. Fits perfectly. But obviously, like, these are stairs, I guess, and these are going to go down and fold down over or something like that. But we have this detail here and these raised pieces. So what do I do with those? Do I file those down and get rid of them and leave that? Or do I cut the photo etched? That's a good question there. So what do I do about that? Because I do not know. It's quite the obstruction there. So I'll have to see. What am I supposed to do about that? We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Right? So, that's that piece. What's this that fell on the floor here? We have our, looks like our front and rear decks. And some decals. Oh, it's just a piece of paper. So these are just the flags, but they don't have the swastikas in the middle because, you know, politically correct and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be swastikas in the middle of those. But they're just white circles. So again, front and rear decks, or is this fore and aft? Is that what they call it? So we've got the wood grain detail here. That's all going to be hidden though by the photo etched, I believe. We do have molds for the chains, for the anchor chains. I already know the kit comes with chains, but I also have chains that I bought. I have them here somewhere. These guys here. I bought these guys. Okay. Universal fine chains. There's two types. And so I just thought, because they are actually 3D chains, they're not just like the photo etch, the chains look really detailed, but they are flat. It's just photo etch. Where these are actual three-dimensional chains. Right? They're actual real links. They're just really small. And so I thought that would be cool to put on there instead and be a little more realistic. And so I do have these, and I'm going to put those on. But what I have to do first is I got to sand these chains down flush and flat. Basically get rid of them completely. I know that much. So I know I got that ahead of me. This is the rear deck, aft deck. Nothing special about it. We got our wood grain on there. That's it. Okay. Next. This bag has 4 sprues in it. And nothing broken off. That's good. This looks like all just gun detail. Main guns, anti-aircraft guns, more anti-aircraft guns. That's basically it. This one we've got airplanes on it. We've got our float planes. We've got boats, dinghies. We got our crane parts. Looks like spotlights are there. We got a propeller and a fin. I'm gonna need that, so I'm gonna put this here. This looks like a duplicate of that sprue. Yep, these are both letter G. So there we go. And then we have this one. More guns. Just like that. This is a mirror image of that first one that I pulled off of here. F. So 2 F's and 2 G's. We got F and G. Two of each. Okay. And one final bag, which has a couple of loose sprues in it. I guess I could call this my unboxing video. We've got one final little deck here and a couple of little bits and parts. I don't know what they are, so I'm not even going to pretend I know what they are. And same with these. Mast trees for the rigging and whatever. I don't know what they call that. Is it a mast? I don't know. And then this is a little whatever it is. And that's it. That's it for the parts in this kit. And so yeah, let's take a look at exactly what they want me to do first. The very first thing they want me to do is assemble the little what you call it, the stand. And it's black, and I did have it. I just don't know what I did with it. It's in its own little special bag. This is a little stand that this thing comes with. I don't know why we have a little warning card with this. Cautions on heating sprue and extending sprue. Why are we doing that? Why are you even mentioning it? Incomplete combustion of sprue generates black smoke. Be careful and do not inhale. Sprue is a combustible material. Be careful not to start a fire and burn yourself. See, because they're already under the assumption that you're going to use a lighter and do the sprue stretching technique and do that for the rigging. Because some people do that while other people will actually use real string. Or like what I will be using is a product called Easy Line. It's just fine line that's a little bit stretchy, so you can glue it at one end, pull it a little tight, and glue it at the other, let go, and now it's a nice tight wire. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So, but that won't be for a little while yet. In the meantime, let's assemble our little base. Nothing too spectacular about this. We just want to make sure it's going to be smooth and nice, and a decent base for the ship to sit on. They call it a cradle. I don't know. I don't think so. It looks like this is pretty flat on top for the ship to sit on. Definitely was a cradle on my Battleship Yamato. Oh, let me rephrase that. My Space Battleship Yamato from Star Blazers. But yeah. Okay, so what are we supposed to do with these? We take this and we put this, we do that. And we take this and we do nothing yet. So that's what we do with this, and it's going to sit like that. All I want to do is make sure, because you can do this with it, it's a little wobbly. So I want to make sure it's pretty much 90 degrees. That, just kind of let it sit there, and we'll take the ones off of this one. All right, clean them up. Clean up, clean up. I really should change my glasses out so I can see these better. I really should. I really, really should. Did I say that I should change my glasses out? I did say that too, didn't I? Okay, so once again, slide that down into there. Yoink, there you go. Just make sure it's 90 degrees and we're good. Okay, just make sure I did get the screw nubs off of there. Do I want more glue? Yeah, I want a little more. Just make sure. Okay, so we got those. Now we need our little sidebars. These are on the K tree number 20, and that's what I saw over here. These two pieces. Okay. So I'm going to change my glasses. This is one of those things where I want it to be just as nice as the ship, because this is the name and it's going to be a part of the display and you're going to see it. And so I want the surface on this to be nice. So, with that being said, sandy mistakes. I want to make sure the nub's gone. This is a nice soft surface. Kind of feel it still, so let's get something a little stiffer, shall we? That's what she said. There we go. Nub gone. Nub gone, nub gone. There. Now we'll take this and make her smooth. Now, that's perfect. I did that, and I did it to the bottom, and who gives a shit what the bottom looks like? Who gives a shit what the bottom looks like? Apparently you do. Yeah, apparently I do. All that to clean up the bottom that nobody's going to see. So how do these go? These are going to go in the middle here like this. Like that. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. These actually lock together like that. It's kind of shitty. I think what I'm going to want to do is paint it flat black. I think that would be the way to go on this. You know, flat black. Rather than gloss. I don't want to leave it the color that it is. Ridge, or do I want to sand it down? That's going to be the big question there. If I paint it flat black, you're not really going to notice it. Plus, with this sitting like this, these guys go on the edge, like so. Okay. And this guy on this side. See it. Like that, okay? That's how it's going to sit. And then you're going to have this great big hull sitting on top of it. Like this. And that's how your ship is going to sit. So it doesn't really cradle the bottom, but at the same time, this section of the bottom doesn't really need much of a cradle. It's pretty flat, right? So it's basically, it's decent the way it is, I think. But do I need to do anything on this part here? I don't think so. I think that's going to be fine. That should be fine. I just want to spray it black, so I'll take these off for now, and I'll glue these two pieces together. Okay. Just like that. I think I got any clips just to hold them. There we go. Just to make sure it's held. Okay. There we go. So that's these. That's our stand. So I'm going to spray paint this flat black, and then I'll put these on, and I don't know what's going to be good. Should I do this in wood grain color, and then the Tirpitz in gold, or I think maybe just black with gold around might be the better way to go. Do black with gold lettering would stand out pretty good, I think. That's probably what I'm going to do. So, with this made, the first thing they want us to do on the actual ship is put on the propellers and the things that the rudders. There you go. So we want them off of the G tree, G and E. So what are these? This is G. Oh, and I forgot to do what I normally do. Normally I go to the letter on the sprue and I highlight it in black so that I can read it from afar, and then do the same on the other side of it right in the letter so that I know exactly what I'm looking at when I'm looking for a part. So off of the G trees, I want 22. And that's this guy here. The rudder. I don't want the propellers just yet. Because I'm not ready for them. Because this stuff is all the same color as the hull, so I want to keep it all the same. What else? Oh, I need G18. G18 is the actual prop shaft. 2 of those. And also, what is that piece? That's E1, okay. So where's my E tree? It's F, F, K, J, where are you? E. E. And I need these 2 guys. And these 2 guys here, 1 and 2. And of course, I don't need the propeller just yet because the propellers are getting painted a different color than the hull. And so they're not going on just yet. Now I already did spray the hull down in a primer because I had a huge seam line going down all the way down. Even though this thing was one piece, they clearly molded it in two and put it together, and there was a big seam line going all the way down the center here that I had to sand away, and then I primered up the hull so that I could see how good a sanding job I did in getting rid of all that stuff. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up. So these, I grab my big honking long hull here, find a spot for it. These are going to go on here, like that, just like that. Like that. So I'm going to want to put on some putty there, and I fill that in after I glue it down. Definitely want to do that. This is very uncharacteristic of a Tamiya mold. I don't know how old this kit is. I'm curious. It's probably an older kit. So the molding is not perfect. And the fit is not typical Tamiya quality. But that's okay. It just means it takes a little bit longer and there's a little more to do on it, right? It's not like we want this thing done in a day, right? If we could build models in one day, well, that is so much on my shelves. It'd be ridiculous. Just making sure these shafts are round. Even though they do a pretty good job, you still get that little bit of a line on them, right? Just like missiles on a plane. Even when they're pre-molded as one piece, you still get that little bit of a little line on them. Seam line. And that is no different here. See, these guys are going to go in like that. And they want these to be gold as well. So then the question is, now we've got these guys, and they're going to go like this. Okay. And this is basically going to get shoved into there, line it up, and it goes like that. And that's kind of how they sit, it's like that. Okay, kind of like that. Yeah, that's kind of how they sit, right? I don't know if it'll stay when I let go. Nope, it falls off. Okay, so I could glue this on. Which way do these go? They'll actually go that way. Okay, so I could glue that on. I just gotta clean them up where they were attached to the sprue. And like, yeah, this is uncharacteristic of a Tamiya kit. Flashing. Seam lines. Yeah. So, I feel like I'm building a Revell kit. Oh, did I say that? I did say that. So lots of sanding. So I want to get rid of these very obvious seam lines. I don't mind if there's a tiny little seam line that I just can't get rid of, you know, because it is a delicate little part. Don't mind so much, but I don't want it super obvious either. I kind of want to put them both on at the same time so that it's easier to line them up. Okay, so this one's done to my satisfaction. Where's the other one? Get rid of that nub mark out of there. Okay. Alright, so we've got these done now. So now these are going to go here, and I'm going to glue them down so that I can get them lined up kind of perpendicularly to each other. So that I can see that they're straight. I think I got them straight. The real test is when I put this in. Does it line up? You know what I mean? So it has to line up with this. what sucks is that doesn't line up. So what do I have to do to get that to line up? Strange. Let's get this guy glued down. Okay, we can glue this guy down. This one I want to do that. There we go. I am going to wind up putting some putty in there, especially since even though I glued it, it's not holding. That could be a result of the if I put this in here. Get in there. There. Almost looks like they're not going in the same direction. Let's just double check this here. Yeah, they actually look okay. They do look all right. The only thing is, because I've been moving these around a little bit, I'm going to have to put some more glue. So, a little dab there, a little dab there, there, there. Okay, and last but not least, we have to put these in, but there's no holes. So they're telling me to drill a 2.5 millimeter hole there, which I could do from this side. So I get those holes lined up and they match. So let's take these out and just kind of, we want them to fall out naturally. Or maybe they don't want to fall out naturally. Fine, we'll just leave them in. Okay, so 2.5 millimeters, eh? That's what you want. That's about 2.5, and if it's not, it's a good start. Okay. flip her over. There's our holes. Now, had I been guessing, I would have guessed they wanted them centered on here, but apparently not. So I don't know if this is actually 2.5 millimeters, but if it's not, that's okay. I can always go a little bit bigger. It's basically the biggest bit I could fit in my pin vise here. And it's not quite. Or is this just... Let's see. Still not quite. So... just do a kind of forcing it on a bit of an angle to make the hole bigger. Let's see. Hey, there we go. And ooh, nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. So there we go. There's going to be our rudders. So I will glue these on, and then we'll call it a day. So I got to get ready to go. So now they're tight. Do I need to glue it? I think what I will do is glue it from the inside. Oh, no, don't do that. I'm going to put a little dab of glue on the tip, just like that. That's all we're going to need. Just like that. We want it kind of straight. Kind of straight. Just like that. Just making sure it's straight, yes. There we go. And if I was really concerned about it, I could make it so that if he ever bumps it, he's going to break them off. He's not going to actually pull them out of the holes. So I just added an extra dab of glue on the inside on each one. And that's it. And now this guy's suddenly decided, hey, I want to fly around. There we go. And so that, guys, is going to end the beginning of our build of the 1350 Tirpitz by Tamiya. The Tamiya Tirpitz. Yeah, it's not the Tamiya Tirpitz, it's the German Battleship Tirpitz, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to end that here, guys. Let this set. I'm going to put a little bit of putty around these and sand it off just to make it a little bit smoother transition and not so noticeable that it's a separate part. And then I'll just do a little coat of primer on there so everything matches before we get ready to paint this hull a nice dark red. Now, Tamiya has actually scribed in lines for me, not me personally, but for us, in where to mask it off between the dark red, the black stripe, and then the gray. The other thing I'm going to do is these portholes are not actually holes, so I'm going to take my pin vise and drill them out, not with this one, but with one that's at the proper size, and I'll turn those into actual holes like they're supposed to be. Same on the back here, right, on the rear. These are not holes, they're just put in there, and I would like to, it's a little more realistic if they actually are holes like they're supposed to be. But anyway, that's what we're going to leave it at for today, guys. So if you've made it this far in the video, why not hit the like button down below and hit subscribe over here. I could use some more subscribers. I would really love more subscribers. That would be really great. More followers would be perfect. And I want to thank you guys who do follow me. Thank you for the comments. And the guys who watch me live, even if you don't talk to me live, that's great. You're watching, that's what matters. And that's what I'm here for. So, in the comment box below, I will put links to my Instagram and my Twitch channel. And please feel free to head on over to those. You can look at the still pictures on my Instagram, and you can follow me on Twitch and watch me live. All that great stuff. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for coming out. And yeah, won't be doing too much in the next week or so, but the following week I've got a week off work, and so I'll have lots of time to start really digging into the build on this. And so that'll be fun, like a new video almost every day, right? Yeah. Anyway, thanks guys, thanks for coming out, and we're gonna see you all on the next one.